Hello, everyone. I'm not sure what the last update I gave was, how recent it was, um, but some recent developments. I have my hearing date for my SSI case, which is both exciting and kind of nerve-wracking. It was one thing just knowing that it was somewhere off in the distance and I had as much time to prepare as I needed. And it's another thing to know that it's in 2 months. So, I mean, I will be ready, and I've been getting ready and all that. Um, my lawyers have been getting all the paperwork together, and I will be ready when the time comes. But it's still nerve-wracking. Um, yeah, so that's that. I had my gastric emptying test 2, 3 weeks ago, something like that, and it was actually really frustrating. Um, the way the test works is on the first day, you do a liquids test where you drink some radioactive apple juice and they take pictures that just see the radiation. And because medical science knows what the inside of the body looks like, then they can kind of track how much of the radiation is still in your stomach, how much is in your intestines, how much is in your bladder, all of that. And that one, the liquids test, was only an hour and a half, I think, because liquids generally go through you pretty quick. And the second day is the solids test, where you eat some radioactive eggs and a couple slices of toast, and you get a single glass of water. Because liquids go through you faster, they don't want the liquids to change how quickly the food goes through you. So we did that, and then we took pictures every hour, and then so it was like after an hour, and then another hour, and then after 2 hours after that. So I was there for 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours. Um, excuse me. And I was expecting to see that the food hadn't gone anywhere. That's what it feels like a lot of the time. What was actually the case was that I passed the entire meal in 4 hours. And that is not good. Food is supposed to take 4 hours to roughly halfway empty from your stomach, and then another 6 to 8 hours through your intestines. The first bit of intestine, and then 16 to 40 hours through the end of the intestine. So it's supposed to take upwards of a day for one meal to pass through your entire body. I pass a meal in 4 hours. So that explains the weight loss that I've had, which I don't know when I last updated, but I lost another 10 pounds. So I've lost a total of 40 pounds in 6 months. Not trying. I don't exercise because I can't. And I haven't changed my food. Not like smaller portions or anything like that that would intentionally lose weight. I'm not on any medications that cause weight loss. I'm not trying to lose weight, and I am. And it's really frustrating. Because with only 4 hours from eating a meal to passing a meal, I'm not getting in much nutrients from that. My body can't use what I eat. So I have to eat a lot of simple sugars and a lot of food that's really already processed and easy for my body to digest. And that's not good for long-term health. But the other frustrating thing is because I went into my gastroenterologist talking about the possibility of gastroparesis, the doctor didn't pay attention to the fast emptying. He just said, "Oh, you don't have gastroparesis, you're fine." So I need to schedule another appointment and be like, look, that's not fine. That shouldn't be happening. So that's really frustrating. And I don't know, it was kind of a letdown that, yes, it proves that I'm not fine, but because it's not what my doctor was specifically looking for, it hasn't been caught by my doctor. So there's that. Some other miscellaneous. Um, we're working on getting space ready for my son to come stay with us for roughly a week in August around my birthday. I'm really excited for that. Um, we have to get this room cleaned up. It's actually the room I'm in right now. Excuse me. Get the room cleaned up, and we're thinking when he comes to visit, we'll have some sheets ready, but then we'll like take him to Ross or something and let him pick out a sheet set so that he can feel like it's special and something that he likes. We're gonna try to schedule some fun activities. It'll be like right in the middle of summer. We're thinking probably the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry, OMSI. They often have a lot of kid activities. So we'll try and schedule a trip down there. See if we can get like a family discount day or something like that, because they're like $20 tickets regularly. But the discount days, I think they have like $4 days once a month in the summer, something like that. So we'll see if it lines up. And then there's generally some really cool like movies in the park and water park days down by the mall. So it should be fun. And I'm planning on, once we hash out the exact days, we think we know the days, but it has to work with my mom's schedule too, so when she can bring him down and pick him up and all that. So once we for sure know the exact days, I'm going to spend the entire week before resting, and then the entire week after I will probably be resting as well, because he is 7 and has a lot of energy, and I do not. We'll figure it out. It'll be fun. We're probably going to try and schedule a few days off for Brent so that he can make sure he's with us on those days that we go out and do things as well. Yeah, it'll be good. I'm really looking forward to it. I haven't been able to go up to visit because until we started this new antihistamine, I had a really strict diet, and everything I ate had to be prepared from scratch, and it was really difficult to get food in me and make sure it was safe. The new antihistamine, I don't know how much I've talked about it before. It's amazing. I love it a lot. I can basically eat whatever I want again. And that's, I cannot over stress how amazing it is to be able to eat whatever I want. I had banana nut muffins this morning. Just regular, like, dollar muffin mix from the store. And I'm fine. I'm a little itchy, and that's not gonna go away because my body still doesn't like it. But I'm not, I haven't had anaphylaxis since I started this new med. I haven't even felt close since I started this new med. Whereas before the new med, it was every other week I felt on the verge of anaphylaxis. Like, I just couldn't get ahead of it. And it's amazing. I love it a lot. But that has kept me from, before this new med, it kept me from going up to see my kid. Plus, I can't really take the bus up there anymore. 3 hours on a bus all at once is too much for me. I need to be able to get up and stretch my legs. I need to have a bathroom bigger than an airplane bathroom. Yeah. So we're thinking the next time we have the money for me to go will be on an Amtrak train, and those tickets are pretty expensive. It's like $40 a ticket. So when I get my SSI, it'll be a lot easier to manage stuff like this. I can plan for it, and I can buy tickets in advance, and I can do all that. But until then, we don't really have $80 to spend on train fare plus money for food and whatnot while I'm up there. I would love to be able to travel. I really would. Even just to see my kid, or day trips to the beach, whatever. It'd be nice, but yeah, that's a frustration. Anyhow, what is some other stuff? Excuse me. I'm sure I'm gonna miss some stuff just because my memory's awful and I don't know what I've already covered in videos and what I haven't. We got a new roommate. Old roommate moved to the Grand Canyon for work, and new roommate moved in 2 weeks ago? 1 week? I have no idea. I don't even know. But she's great. She keeps weird schedules just like we do, and she works from home, so she's home most of the time, which is actually kind of nice because I don't feel like I'm alone all the time. That, like, there's company if I want it, and that's been nice. I mean, the fact that she works from home, she works customer service, so she's on the phone all the time, so we're not, like, hanging out all the time. But I don't know, it's kind of nice just to know that someone else is home, and I'm not completely alone. But yeah, so there's that. Um, Today I need to call my lawyers to get scheduled, figure out exactly what the next steps are for my SSI case. And just double check that they have all the information they need, all of the release of information, any other paperwork stuff needs to be done. Oh, I don't know if I updated you all on the Social Security Administration sent a private investigator to talk with me, and he pretended to be an FBI agent, lied to me, made it sound like I was going to get in trouble, that my social security number was found in a meth lab, and used that interview to point out everything he noticed about me that he thought meant I'm not disabled. The fact that I smiled at him somehow proved that I'm not depressed, that if I'm capable of smiling, I must be fine. Makes me so mad. But I have it's allowed, I get to respond to that investigation and be like, look, the facts are correct, but that doesn't mean what he says it means. Yeah, so I need to write that letter. And included in that letter is also, I get to make a statement on some stuff that they don't specifically ask for in the paperwork, but is also important. Like, one of the things that they don't ask about in the paperwork is my daily schedule, how much, like, free time or spare time I have. Like the fact that I sleep 12 to 14 hours a night, and then I do 2 to 3 hours a day of physical therapy, and I can't leave the house more than twice a week. How am I supposed to have a job under those circumstances? And that's something they don't ask in the letters, or the paperwork on the application and the appeals. And so I get to just address that sort of thing in my letter. And I'm excited for that. It's, yeah, like I said before, it's nerve-wracking, but it's kind of the sort of thing where you're looking forward to a new job or something like that. It'll be good for you, but it will be stressful, and yeah. Um, Speaking of things to look forward to, I have my letters for top surgery and my hysterectomy, so I just need to have a consult with the top surgery uh, surgeon and get back to the hysterectomy surgeon because we already had a consult there. Um, that'll be really good. Obviously, it'll be kind of a difficult recovery for me because of the fragility of my skin and all that. Generally, people with EDS who get top surgery have an extra like 2-week recovery period just because the skin takes that much longer to heal. But it'll be good. And on one hand, it'll be easier for me because I don't have a job I need to get back to. I don't have like all these things that I have to like work towards getting back to in any sort of amount of time. I can just take care of myself, and I know how to take care of myself. I'm used to that. So on one hand, it won't be that much more different than my normal day to day, just with some extra bruises. Um, and like we already bathed me seated, um, so that's not gonna be a problem. Um, and I already have the caregiver to come in and make food for me and all that, so that's not an issue either. Um, I do think the one thing that will be difficult is trying to figure out how to sleep sitting up because we don't have a recliner and we need to get some sort of like bed wedge or something. Um, Actually, honestly, this chair might not be too bad if we had like an ottoman or something to put my feet on. In any case, we're getting it figured out, and I'm very excited for that too. Um, it's getting to be kind of a longer video than I usually do. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you around. Bye.